Kicking things off for the Green Growth Gang is Plug Power, which will announce its third quarter 2025 results on November 10th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Investors have been patiently plugged into the hydrogen hero's growth, with it recently installing a 5-megawatt electrolyzer for the H2 Hollandia project in the Netherlands, which is set to become the country's largest green hydrogen initiative. This decentralized hydrogen hub links to the 115 MWP Vlooivelden Hollandia solar park, converting surplus solar energy into green hydrogen. The project aims to produce 300,000 kilograms of hydrogen annually, supporting sustainable mobility and industrial use in the region. Scheduled to be operational by 2026, H2 Hollandia will be the Netherlands' first electrolyzer-based hydrogen hub producing entirely green hydrogen, helping to relieve grid congestion and support industrial decarbonization as part of the country's broader strategy to become a major hydrogen hub in Europe. José Luis Crespo, Plug's president, emphasized the project's role in integrating renewable energy and hydrogen production at scale, showcasing the potential for localized, small-scale hydrogen production. For Plug Power, H2 Hollandia marks a significant expansion in Europe, building on its ongoing operations at the Green Box facility in Hengelo. Like Plug, GEVO will also report its third quarter 2025 financial results on November 10th. Ahead of the release, it's unveiled green goodness in its expanding role in ethanol, carbon sequestration, and sustainable fuel markets. For starters, it completed the sale of its remaining Section 45Z clean fuel production credits for 2025 from its North Dakota facility, totaling $30 million to Stifel Financial Corp and Capital Community Bank. Combined with $22 million in credits sold earlier in the year, GEVO has now sold $52 million worth of credits for 2025. The Section 45Z program, extended through 2029 under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, incentivizes low-carbon fuel production. GEVO's sales, supported by tax insurance to mitigate risk, are expected to enhance cash flow and fund further investment in ethanol efficiency, co-products, and voluntary carbon markets. On top of that, GEVO finalized the sale of its agri-energy ethanol plant in Luverne, Minnesota, to AE Innovation, LLC. The transaction generated $2 million in upfront cash, $5 million in future payments, and eliminates about $3 million in annual idling costs. While divesting the ethanol plant, GEVO retained isobutanol assets and 30 acres of land to continue developing low-carbon fuel and chemical technologies. AE plans to restart ethanol production and use the site for what it calls technology innovation. In another monetization milestone, GEVO completed its first delivery of certified carbon removal credits, CORCs, under the Puro Earth Standard to BioRecro North America, marking the first CORCs generated from ethanol-based carbon capture. This deal, worth approximately $26 million over 5 years, demonstrates GEVO's ability to monetize carbon sequestration. It's Class 6, Welland, North Dakota certified for 1,000-year carbon dioxide storage permanence, has already captured more than 550,000 tons of carbon dioxide since 2022. GEVO's carbon and fuel initiatives are supported by the U.S. Department of Energy's $1.46 billion loan guarantee for its synthetic aviation fuel project, recently extended through April 2026. The extension allows flexibility to pursue a lower-cost production facility in North Dakota and aligns GEVO with evolving federal energy policies, leading to increasing investor confidence in GEVO's scaling potential and reduced financing risk. As GEVO expands its integrated ethanol, carbon, and sustainable aviation fuel businesses, it intends to build recurring high-margin revenue streams while advancing U.S. energy independence and decarbonization. Indeed, things are looking up for green tech companies as favorable policies are paired with progress in technical maturity on the road to complete commercialization. On the solar side, specifically solar panel recycling, Comstock's subsidiary, Comstock Metals LLC, has received a written determination permit from the Nevada Division of Environmental Protection, NDEP, for processing end-of-life solar panels and photovoltaics at its upcoming industry-scale recycling facility in Silver Springs, Nevada. The approval, subject to standard compliance and public notice, keeps the company's timeline on track to commission its first large-scale facility in early 2026. A companion air quality permit is expected within weeks, completing the regulatory pathway for full operations. The facility is designed to process over 3 million panels annually, equivalent to about 100,000 tons of waste materials per year, through continuous, zero-landfill recycling operations. Using proprietary crushing, conditioning, and extraction technologies, Comstock will recover critical materials such as aluminum and silver for reuse. All major equipment has been ordered and is expected by year-end, allowing installation and commissioning to begin in Q1 2026. Comstock Metals President Dr. Fortunato Villamagna praised NDEP's collaboration in issuing the permit, calling it a milestone for Nevada's only certified zero-landfill solar recycling solution. With decommissioning of solar farms accelerating across California, Arizona, and Nevada, Comstock expects strong regional demand for responsible recycling, positioning the company to lead the U.S. end-of-life solar market. Villamagna confirmed that customer inquiries are increasing, and waste panels are already being received at the site. CEO Corrado de Gasperis added that Comstock has rapidly established leadership in the growing photovoltaic recycling sector and is exploring additional U.S. sites for expanded processing and storage capacity. In its Q3 2025 earnings, Comstock reported a transformative quarter, becoming completely debt-free after paying off $8.5 million in prior obligations. It completed an oversubscribed $34.5 million equity raise, net $31.8 million, from more than 30 new institutional investors, strengthening liquidity to $31.7 million in cash and equivalents and $21.3 million in net current assets. Comstock placed $5.1 million in deposits for equipment for its Silver Springs facility, which will serve as the model for future U.S. expansions. Annual billings are expected to reach $3.5 million in 2025, increasing as operations scale in 2026. Beyond recycling, Comstock continues to monetize its mining assets and develop its Bioleum Corporation, a renewable fuels subsidiary. Bioleum secured $33 million in strategic funding, including investment from Marathon Petroleum, and is progressing toward a commercial biorefinery in Oklahoma. With full permitting near completion, strong capitalization, and no debt, Comstock is gearing up to go green as it advances its first industry-scale solar panel recycling facility and expands its dual focus on renewable metals and clean fuels. For more on stocks and crypto, follow Ascencore. See you next time.